If you watch, I defeated Cowboys. Oh, yeah, I defeated Cowboys. If you want me, you got me. Hey, I want 100 subscribers. I want you to subscribe to me. It's me, baby. It's me.
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side, ready to try.
Guys, I want 100 likes. It's just kidding.
Hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings. What I do? Lace up the
Guys,
chase up the rules. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rules. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street.
guys, this is the end of the playoffs. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. No matter. I'm not doing trading. Let's go, baby.
Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose that. Competition never matched.
Guys, if I win, you win too.
It's a long season. They planning on winning.
Hey,
Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us.
against the Cowboys, watch that video if you like.
big chips, man, I
Ready
need
that.
that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
I do. Raise up the shoes. Raise up the shoes.
Leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports.
Pittsburgh
We're just about set
is
to
good.
get started. And this
Buccaneers is better.
between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 55. And we'll get you over to Tampa. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Make it a good one, gents.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you
Guys,
anytime. You know
if
that.
we win,
Here's the best
because
thing
my
about
player
this.
is
Everyone
in
talks
here.
about trying to keep things normal.
If
as
you
a
want
coach
to
for Super
replay
Bowl.
it,
There is
find
no
the
such thing
player.
as normal. The pageantry,
And
the
then
hype, all of that is more intense
subscribe
than
to
anyone
that
could ever
channel.
imagine.
And also
What you're
subscribe
trying
to this
do
one.
is embrace
Let's
it in
get
one
the
way
videos
and make sure it doesn't totally
going.
knock you
I'm
off
gonna
your
rap
game.
with you.
That's
I'm
why the
gonna
night
chat
before
with
the
you
big
just
one, teams
joking.
often switch hotels,
If you
trying to give those guys that
want
last
me,
chance to
you
breathe a
got
little
me.
bit
Alright,
before they
I
go
already
out
said
and
it.
play.
Let's do it. I don't care. Oh, who goes first? No shit.
They're going to try and throw. It's caught by Mike Evans.
Yeah, baby.
He'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down.
Yeah, baby.
28 yards, and the drive keeps going.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down. Here
Yeah, baby. If you love football, subscribe to this channel. This channel loves
So first
football.
and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Franklin.
He's back. Big substitute. It is substitute I do. Big substitute. Big substitute. I do. Big substitute. Big substitute. I do. Say substitute.
The football 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Hey.
Oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should be intercepted.
Yes!
But it winds up
You're
falling
following the
Not
incomplete.
rules.
only did they
You're.
drop, it looked like an interception in the end zone. They blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Off the play fake, Franklin. And he's got it.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Thank you,
With the
Ted.
first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Yes!
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And Fisher said, I don't mean that. I'm not going to be mad because I made my play over there, which I should have.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a guy who won his second Super Bowl ring right here in Tampa back in 2009, Ben Roethlisberger.
And he has an ability to rally a team, doesn't he? I mean, people around him, when he steps into the huddle and looks into their eyes, they really know how to produce. Remember that last drive?
Oh, yeah.
In the Super Bowl?
09 hits
I didn't
Antonio
tackle it.
Holmes.
Oh,
That was a great game.
Great game. And how about that throw and catch to finish it off? Big Ben Roethlisberger knows how to shine.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib.
I didn't want to use this guy much.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Roethlisberger to throw, and he's going to be brought down.
No, the ball!
6-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him.
It's too tight.
First and second
God,
downs.
if you
Now
want
leads to
to-
a 3rd and long. After the sack,
Guys,
they'll come
if
up
you
now,
really
3rd
want to
and
make a
long.
touchdown, why are you doing that?
Here, just try and get some space.
That's all.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he'll take it just outside the 40.
I didn't have to do anything,
So
man.
a change of possession here.
I didn't have to do
And this
anything.
offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his rhetorical skills were on point.
2nd and 6. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds.
Let's
Very
go!
close to a turnover there in the end zone. Evans once again the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw. Franklin. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back
Oh my God.
T.J. Watt gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10
I'm not
from
going
the
to do
20.
anything. And watch, it's going to be incomplete or attack.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Bro!
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin. And that'll wind up incomplete.
Great try,
Trying
great
to give his
try.
man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Richard. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
You look him there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Okay. But I didn't finish it. See the video.
When you're going to bed, you want to bed. Because it's already 7 o'clock.
Okay. But I didn't eat dinner.
Just ate, Kaedyn.
Okay. Hi guys.
Second down. It's
I
Franklin.
just took my bath after, but I want to finish this game. It's 7 o'clock. So,
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. On third down, it's Franklin, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense to him out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down.
Wow.
It's a short one here to the tight end.
It's me.
Offense.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On third down, Franklin. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but over the second quarter, a lot of time to change that.
Let's go!
Be a gain of 8,
That's how you
also
do, baby.
4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
So the field goal there like that, but we're winning so far.
No problem. That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just
we're
wonder,
winning.
are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful
and
in
we're
getting 3?
losing at the
Or do you go
time,
to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you to the end zone, get you 6?
Here. It's so clear.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Yeah. It's
solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Guys,
Here
We're
comes
gonna
the
let
field
it's just
general leading his
countdown.
offense back out there for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a
We
little
need
bit?
to
For the best
win.
ones,
I want
it
to
just
describe
upsets
it.
them that they did that because they don't think there should be
Teams.
any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit.
It's caught at the 10.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm so excited.
68 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's already out
Catch
there.
good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
Yeah.
What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end. And now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And no run back here. This will be a touchback,
Guys,
and it
you
comes
need
out
to
to
run
the
the
25-yard
football.
line. The Steelers
Because every
offense
time I
now
wanna
with the football
play it,
first here
it's
to
just
begin
real.
the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, mistakes. Try to figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well,
it's me, Kaedyn Madden, and Mike Evans was the greatest player.
Let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield.
I'm trying to watch also pro.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20.
That's a play that we got.
56 yards.
I need to do like something like Evans. He caught a ball.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Richard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that's a pretty darn good run right there. They had 7, 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only give up a 1st down and not a touchdown.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's their quarterback with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more. Right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Another eagle.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Levante David in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything.
That's how
the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Yeah. He's just doing like this. I feel like the player really wants us to win.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here.
I'm not.
It's 2nd and 15.
You want? I'm just gonna let him get points.
They'll
Final
run it now out of
points.
the gun.
That's how he does
Get
that
a 9 there. They still
I'm
need
just
6 more
gonna
now
I'm
on
just
3rd
gonna
down.
give them what I got
You
and
know what
then
really fires up
just
offensive
throw it
linemen?
away and
The
let
guy
them have
that
the
is carrying the
touchdown.
ball behind them
It's
can
like-
create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you.
No!
Do you take care of the ball,
That
not
was
turn it
perfect.
over,
You go-
keep it in the proper hands, and give your team
So
a chance to
bad.
win?
Well, that's what he's done here in
And
this one
so
far.
bad. If I
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What?
Cameron Hayward drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go! Let's go!
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Steelers
1
offense here
quarter
about ready
remains.
for their next
Drop
drive.
dog.
And right now these guys, they're
Yeah, they're actually
suffering a little bit,
drop
maybe
dogs.
doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit.
He's
asking
got
different
one
questions.
hand
What are
like
you seeing?
this,
What are you
and then
getting?
just red.
Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. Going up top, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is going to be incomplete. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me,
And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
If you will,
the Steelers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2-9 to this point.
That's my
This will be
shirt.
3rd and 5.
It's a new march.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Kaedyn is the man. He's a black panther. And like the Pokemon, he throws so good, and he's like a Pokemon. Something.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Looking to throw. Franklin.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these players have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. To throw on 3rd down, Franklin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys
But it's
will get
in
the
the
football
end
back.
zone. Yeah, man. It's in the end zone.
After the
And they're saying
interception,
that-
here's Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's incomplete.
What?
Still throwing to
What?
the very end.
What?
But now this game is over.
Yes! We won! We won!
Tampa Bay Buccaneers
We won!
have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season.
Yes!
And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1,
Let's go, baby!
Building up now to say you're a Super
Just
Bowl
give me 100
champion.
likes.
It's worth it.
I mean,
10,100 likes, baby. I mean, 10,000 likes.
They didn't have their share of
I'm about
bumps
to cry,
along the
man.
way. Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it.
That
And
is
all
enjoyable.
season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Oh my
They
God.
are Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi
Let's
Trophy
go.
is theirs, and so are bragging
Yes.
rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the
Yes.
way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks
Yes.
to our broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those
Yes.
guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Yes. Yes! Championship is all mine! Oh! Mine! Guys, give me 10,000 likes. And goodbye. 3, 2, 1.